Hey,
Was good.
what's going on, man?
Another week.
Another week indeed. What is episode 6? Ign'ant
Yes.
Ash Spouts.
Yes. This
Alright.
week was crazy.
Oh my God,
in its
crazy,
own rightful
bro.
way.
Crazy.
We might be having a couple more crazy
Yeah,
crazy
dude.
weeks to end it out this season.
Get it out the way right now, man. Get this all out the way right now. Like, I had 2 awful games that kind of just like ruined my week, basically. And yeah, I mean, hey, at least I was looking through the games because I didn't write down our picks. And the ones that you sent me like weren't quite clear enough to me. I was like, wait, who got who? So like I had to go through our video today and check the things, and then I had to check the one that Frazier missed. Frazier, catch all the picks, please. And I was like, oh damn, I actually got 4 wins. So I was happy to be even at 4. I thought this was a week I could have easily gone 3-5 or like 2-6 or something. Especially with, it was funny, like you kind of got to feel how I usually feel going into the week with the Thursday night win. That was a tough one because I was like, damn, that was so close. But then when my my boys played on, we just got to start with that. We got to start it with that. When the way that
which boys?
Because Saturday, because Saturday started kind of like the week for me.
Okay.
I know that like Thursday really started the week, but like that's not as personal as a game for like how big of an egg the Patriots like just came up with. Like it was such a terrible performance. It was just like, it was so unpatriot like. It was like, it's actually one of the few games I don't even have notes on because I couldn't even really bear to go back and like look at the game because I just remember watching it and just being disgusted the whole time. It was so odd how we wanted to keep running on 3rd and 5, almost like it was still the Bills game, and we just couldn't perform on any aspect. And it was just not the Patriots that had shown up the last, I don't remember what it was. It was 7 weeks they had won in a row. But it was something. I think it was something. Like
everyone of the teams that was hot. Yeah,
it was something between 6 and 8 wins, or 6 and 8 weeks. It was one of those, and they didn't show up. And I know they were only a 1.5 underdog going in, but still, like it was a terrible performance. So that was pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something that I found interesting. I was just like, oh wow, that's crazy. It's working out like that. So we already talked about this man, Jonathan Taylor, before, you know? Running back for the Colts.
Couple of times.
You know, so what's crazy about it though? So unfortunately for y'all, you got the 170 yards. You know, and anybody getting 170 yards, like I would hope, you were close to winning, if not, you know, right? So I was like, let me just check the stats. You know, let's see, because I was like, I know he don't have these kind of stats every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why, when this man has 100 or more yards, they always win?
I mean,
so you could just chalk it up to.
It opens up.
You could just chalk it up to the. I think they only had like 4 losses at the time, or whatever losses. Like I remember, like he had like close to 100, or you know, and for sure, like, you know, less, right?
Right.
But all the ones that they won over 100 or more, and I was like, that's crazy. Like
that's a good number.
So
it's a very good stat.
You can tell he's a key part. He's
Yep. I mean, so Wentz made some plays and we didn't, and it's just that simple. Like it was nice to see at the very least that they made some effort in the end, like some type of like, you know, Patriot effort, but like it was just way too little, way too late. It was never gonna be a win. It was nice to see a little bit of rally, but that's the only good I can possibly even come up with for that game. That was awful. And yeah, that was after KC brings in that, is it overtime win, right? Yeah, they won in overtime against.
Yes, because I was like, oh my gosh, why are we here? It's like, come on, KC.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be a shootout, but come on, baby.
Yeah.
Like, but I will say that was my lucky game. That was for sure one of my first lucky game to start off, because dumb Chargers, and I've talked about it a million times already leading up to this, because I already know what's going to happen with other teams. Why 4th down? Why are we not going for 3 points?
I thought about you and how we talked about it with the Vikings. Like, so what was it, like 5 times they went for it? And I think they were like 2 and 5.
Like 4 for sure.
I know 4, they were 2 and 5 at one point on 4th down attempts. They were 2 and 5 at one point, and they were in field goal range every time, I want to say, or at least, or one of those times they might have been out of like 50-yard, 55-ish.
Yeah, but still,
yeah, 4 of the 5 times guaranteed field goal range. Oh my god, dude, that was so frustrating.
Yeah, And
I don't know what's up with the league with that. Like, that's something that I noted. Like, there's just a lot of that going on right now, man. It's almost like
yeah, just these coaches are just really believing. They're like, yo, like,
the
but
pendulum
like with them
swung.
though, I was like, it made sense because out of everybody, I think for this season, they do have the higher stats on the fourth downs. Like they kind of set that standard. Like we those guys. Like we like when you look at our statistics, the Amazon stats will be like, yo, yeah, y'all should go for the fourth down. You guys are pretty good at this. Like, you know.
Didn't they have a
So I
pick
was
in the
like,
red zone too?
possibly.
That's
I
all.
know one thing though. Oh, that's what I said that. I was so mad. Like I was like, if they lose this, and I'm blaming it on Mahomes. I was like, my man's would not run until I think overtime. That's when he started running.
Mm-hmm.
If not like the last few minutes of fourth quarter. I was like the whole time I'd be like, bro, get out the pocket, run. Like just even if it's a 4 yard, like please, for the love of God, like
Didn't
do
he
just
get a
like
little
Justin,
banged
please.
up earlier in the season? Like, take a heavy hit? Was that this season or last season that he was out for like a couple of games? Wasn't it this season? Maybe I'm
It
wrong.
might have been this season.
But I just think maybe once you get hit, a couple big hits, you know, like you're a little bit less likely to want to go run around and like make yourself a target.
Yeah, possibly like at least give it a try, and that's why there's the whole thing of sliding instead of like
True.
you don't got to worry about
True.
like diving, you know, head shorter down. So you know, like if you even want to feel like that, but I mean, you know, to each his own. Like, but thankfully, I was just so happy. Like when he did run, it was for like 10 or more yards. Like it was clutch for the first, and I was just like, thank the Lord, because I was like, I swear, if you sit in that pocket and get sacked one more time, like or like around the area, like we're gonna lose this. They're giving away the game by going on these fourth downs, and you still not. You're like trying to just worry about the pass and occasional runs, but you're not running. Also, like I'm not saying you got to have a crazy amount of rush yards every game, but you can run too. You're one of those quarterbacks that the
I think
analysts
he
talk
likes
about.
I think he likes the side-handed pass way more than the run. I think he likes the no look and I think he likes to be the fancy pass guy way more than like the run around guy.
And probably, yeah, I would say that. But at the end of the day, like, do you want to be seen at home or you want to be seen in the Super Bowl?
True.
So.
Oh, also, at 1st and 10 on the KC-48, Justin Herbert pass was intercepted. I think that was the first one. That was what I was thinking about. That's how they ended the first quarter drive.
First quarter.
So it's like so many times that I remember that pass being like a little sus. So just a lot of opportunities that they had way more chances, Chargers, than I thought they would, honestly. So, but yeah, it's funny, you can probably hear my dog snoring. But yeah, that was a tough one, or a tough loss. That was tough. It's funny, man. Like I got my notes, like I got like little check marks and everything. Like sometimes I got like little happy face, little sad face. Like hell yeah, hell no. Like that one's got a sad face next to it. Yeah, actually no, that one's got a mad face next to it because of the like you said, the fourth down attempts. Like I just couldn't understand.
Yeah, and then just to add a little at the end, and nobody can tackle Travis Kelce for that last pass. I was like, oh yeah, like when he missed the one, I was like, yes, yeah. I was like, I know we're almost there, right? Like even if you just get tackle at the goal line, and then once he started doing the celebration, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, my man's gonna walk in free. Like I was like, end of the game, we'll take it.
Yeah, I kind of like my watching was all over this week. Is a little scattered, so like my brain is a little all over. So I'll just jump to like what's in my memory from like my recent reviews and everything. How does Tom Brady not put up any points, like at all? Zero.
So when I looked at, I was like, bro, I know he hurt. I was like, I'm hurt for you. I was like, that's 3 field goals, because I was like, I refuse to believe that's a touchdown and a safety.
Right.
I was like, these fools got down there 3 times, and Tom can do the same thing. I was like, no, that's crazy. So, but when I watched the highlights.
I watched it too. That's kind of how I saw it, and like New Orleans like really like dominated the game despite it only being like a 9-0. It ended 9-0 as well. I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
I remember being 9-0, and I was like, okay, it's 9-0, but like they've been kicking their ass all game. Like they've just been destroying them. So it felt more like a 20-0 kind of game.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't know, man. They just never got the offense going. Like playoff Lenny was not really a picture. Like they didn't really do anything at all in the first half. And what's his name? Taysom Hill, was coming through clutch. And Callaway. Like
Callaway.
Hilton Callaway looked like freaking Stafford to Cup, bro. It was ridiculous.
Right?
Like he just kept going above. Like he kept throwing like so Aaron Rodgers kind of esque, and it's like, what is going on, man? Like when did they do this? But I guess they had a good practice or something. I don't know. And they figured,
something.
Hey, we can take this deep shot and get it. Like I don't remember them missing one. I remember them going like 2 for 2, or if they missed one, maybe they just didn't show on the lowlights on those types of things. But that was pretty crazy just to see that. And also in the same notion, like one note that I had was Tom Brady just never has had a good long ball. Like he just sucks at the long ball, bro. Like he threw 2 that were just off, just bad, and then he threw another one that got picked off to end the game, basically. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like here's the thing, Tom's got a quick release, which is good, but he's got like not the fastest moving ball. Like I even like hesitated if I was going to bring this up, but I think it's like important. It's like we talk about our video games and stuff, so I know like not everyone will know that, but long story short, 60 frames in a second. So, we judge a lot of things by frames. In YouTube, you can go frame by frame. And like I was just like trying to see this play, to see that pick, because I looked at it and I was like, damn, that looked like it happened like that. And when you go frame by frame release from Tom's release to the time the ball is picked off, it's 24 frames, almost a full half a second. And I'm like, well, I guess that's not that quick. If you're just this, safety or whatever, or cornerback, I don't know what his position was exactly. Right, if you see him like that's his only open target, I have a full, he probably saw it before the ball went off. He maybe have a full second to actually get there. It's like a little more reasonable, like how something like this can actually happen, because you're watching that play, especially with the way the camera angle kind of comes up. It's like, boom, he picks it off in like the very like last 2 or 3 frames of that he comes in. But he really does have like a slow ball. Like it's not like a Roethlisberger rocket or a Cam Newton rocket. So he just is not a good long ball thrower. He's got to stick to those short slant passes up the middle for like 7, 8, 10 yards to Gronk or Evans or Godwin or whatever, and just like let it run, man. But every time he tries to take those shots up the middle, he just can't stretch the field. So I think that's just Tom trying to do a little too much when they're behind by a lot.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, just like good job to New Orleans defense, like doing what they need to.
Oh, incredible! Yeah.
But at the end of the day, too, is Tampa shot themselves in the foot. They didn't do many runs on third downs for whatever reason. They kept having like Tom, like let's just keep throwing to these receivers that are not catching your ball. Like Tom pretty much was putting balls on spots for people to catch for the short yards, and they just his receivers letting them down. He's just like, what more can I do? Like
one of my notes, like right before the end of the first half, was where's playoff Lenny? Like he just had 4 touchdowns, like not 2-3 weeks ago. Where the hell was playoff Lenny? And just like to note also further on like how good the defense was going for the New Orleans. Like on top of that, I feel like they were just pressuring Tom, and then on the opposite side of that, the O-line for New Orleans was just, I don't know if it was like better O-line or worse defense or what it was, but like Taysom Hill just had all the time to throw, and Brady did not. So,
exactly.
They kind of won that O-line battle like really hard.
Definitely, and with that, with Brady not having the time, that man was looking old when he tried to tried to run it and fumble. God. I was like.
Because he's going literally, man. I'm watching like like you said, just a highlight play, not the whole game, and I'm like, he misses the sack, and I'm just like, no, Tom, and then he fumbles it, and it's like, bro, you can't be running like that. Like you got to I know he's not going to do the baseball, Russell Wilson slide, but he's got to get down or something. Like I don't know, what he's going for, and that was after his like 3rd sack or something, I believe.
Yeah, he already definitely had been getting sacked before, so
yeah, that was a tough game.
Yeah, it was. Everybody has those bad games, no matter how good you are, and this was y'all. This was hopefully just get bad taste at the mouth.
And I guess it can lead into the next game. Bring up the aforementioned Stafford to Cup. That was a pretty good display of how to hit the deep ball. LA taking it over the Seahawks. I think they kept up a pretty good fight in the first half.
They did, because I was like, it was.
Seahawks are a tough team to put down, man. They're just resilient.
The defense it's not as great as it used to be, but
no, they're not. But Russ is back though. Clearly, Russ is back. He's making his plays.
Yeah. Russ is gonna still be Russ. As long as he's got like Lockett or Metcalf. Because I was like, thankfully, Because I feel like Jalen hadn't really been playing so great to be best cornerback, considered best cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
But he showed up today. He showed up that day. He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you trying to catch it, Metcalf? You trying to catch these balls? Yeah, nah. Slap, nah.
Yep.
Like he might have got beat. Nope, I'm here. Bam. It was like, yeah, we need that because
Yeah.
Russell was trying to keep up, and it is just like until Stafford and Cup and whoever else he wants to pass it to, or like run it with Sony Michelle.
Oh my God, Michelle was going off, man. I don't know
Yeah,
how
like
many
he
yards
has his
had, but
days.
right. He was. I mean, he used to be a Patriot, so I remember. I rooted for him for like a
Yeah, I
season.
know I heard that name before because I was like, bro, you're not new, like.
Right.
But I was like, I never
That's
really
why he's good,
put
man.
more
He used
thought
to be a
into it.
Patriot. Come on now, get out of
Exactly.
here. Honestly.
We'll take it though. That's like us. That's just off topic real quick. That's like the Lakers. Everybody we had decent, like Alex Caruso, Lonzo Ball, like everybody we started with. This is like, and then we send them off to somewhere else. They just blow up.
That's
Like,
funny. Hey, you know what?
so
That's
great.
perfect, man. Because I wanted to bring up the Lakers too. I had that noted down here. It's crazy how I'm like looking at the Lakers these days, and now they got Westbrook. They still got Rondo, or no?
No, he
Okay.
went to Clippers if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so they got Westbrook,
Oh,
they got Carmelo, they got AD, LeBron. They got who they got in the coaching staff? Don't they got Jason Kidd in the coaching staff?
No, Frank Vogel.
Who's Jason Kidd coaching for?
Either Nets.
Oh
or
yeah,
Knicks,
yeah,
something
Knicks,
like
Knicks, Knicks.
gone that way.
One of those big, but all I remember seeing was all these players that are on the Lakers that are star-studded. And then we get back to Sony Michelle and Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald and Von Miller's getting a sack. You got Cooper Kupp, and then I know you got one. Oh, and then you got Odell Beckham, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
like y'all, like LA just has to have all the stars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. One thing I did notice about that game though was there was a lot of physical play, a lot of wrestling, a lot of I don't say it was getting chippy, but maybe it's that kind of Seahawks style or whatever they bring to the table. But it seemed like there was a lot of, just like when I was watching the highlights, I was like, damn, like, you know how sometimes when they're kind of like getting like that forward progress and they're kind of getting pushed back a little bit, like the refs will blow the whistle like pretty quickly. It's like, oh, he could have like tried to get down, but he didn't. I just felt like the whistle wasn't getting blown a lot this game. I felt like people were just like getting pushed around a lot this game. So I don't know. That's just one thing that I noted. It was
What's the name?
very physical game. Very physical game.
Yeah, the rest has been a topic for this week. Like some games where it was like, oh, you really called that? Like taunting?
Yeah, little points here and there, and like looking down. It's such a weird call, but you get actual shoves after the play that don't get called. Like people putting hands on another person. That's like whatever, and then it's like, like that's gonna be 15 yards after the play. Or after the
this is the most crucial 15 yards ever. Like, dang, son.
Honestly.
The goal was not to get him the first down, then we gave him the first down.
And
speaking of that,
yeah.
that makes me thinking about the Cleveland Las Vegas Raiders. I already knew I was gonna lose because I got hit. I sent the message, but I don't know if you did see it, but I was like, oh yeah, COVID.
I did.
It's finna mess us up.
Yeah.
So Browns got hit hard. Buccaneers got hit hard for this week. And I think one more other team. But yeah, so I knew for my that game, I was just like, if Browns can pull it out somehow, some way, great. But I was like, I'm just not seeing it. And it was actually, I'm glad it was actually more interesting than what,
it's pretty
what
close.
I thought. Like,
I mean, Las Vegas ain't that good right now, so I feel like that's why it was kind of close.
Yeah, because this was third string quarterback.
Yeah,
and so if third string quarterback was able to do that, just like, I guess you wanted to say on first try, like, because it was supposed to be Case Keenum, but he got even thrown onto the. What's
happened with
COVID
Baker?
list.
Is he had COVID or he got injured again?
It's COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, so
because I know he was out for a little bit, and then when I saw that that what's his name, Mullins or whatever was starting, I was like, what happened to Baker again? But I didn't know. See, when you sent me that message, I knew that things got rescheduled, but I didn't know that people were out necessarily. So I didn't like check the full roster and everything and all that. I think
at that time, I was implying that too. Like, I think would imply only that first, like games being switched up,
recording time,
but then I
sorry. That's why it's late this week, everyone. Sorry, because of the games and everything.
Right, we had to wait for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like, I knew that was all happening, right? And then so I was just like, dang son, like let's see how this game go. And like I said, they made it close. It just sucked that Derek Carr gave them the gift. He was like, yo, I got Browns for my defense on fantasy. Here's an interception. Boom. My points. Win the game, Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is first time third string quarterback. He has 4 downs to get first down. That's all he has to do, and we win the game. Can't do that. Shut out. Leave like a minute and some time, enough for Derek Carr to get the ball back, go down. They show the stats on the screen. Derek Carr is leading in fourth quarter overtime comebacks this season.
But to be fair, though, Las Vegas did have a pretty bad turnover that led to a touchdown that put Cleveland in position to be able to win that game. So, like, had they not just, like, what was it, a fumble turnover, I believe it was, then they picked it up and then scored, like, 4 plays later. So, if Las Vegas could have just secured the ball, they wouldn't have needed that miracle comeback drive. You know, they put themselves in position to have to. They were up 10-0 at one point.
Yes.
So
and I was like, oh yeah, this is. I felt like I was feeling like, oh yeah, this is probably a wrap.
Yeah,
like, just like I expected. And then they started scoring touchdowns, and then I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, now you just play defense like you've been playing defense. And it was just like, can't do it in the last 2 minutes, and our offense is a fraud. Like we thought, like everybody thought they were. It's like you gotta either gonna give it to Chubb to try to get you these first downs, or you're gonna try to have Mullins to connect with the few people he was connecting with. But yeah. So
at least they had Garrett on defense. He kind of, I feel like, helps keep him in the game. He's like one of the best players in the league, I feel.
And he was like, he had a smile on him at one point. It was like, yeah, well, things looking good. Then it was like, all right, we gotta go back out there. Try this again. But yeah.
Yeah, Washington, Philly. I watched that one real quick earlier today. It was like right before I thought we were gonna record, so I just kind of like skipped through it. And then Washington was up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna skip to the end here. And I saw Philly won. I was like, yes, Minshew magic. Let's go. I didn't really see how, because I was kind of like rushing around and then bored. And then it was also like NFC East. Like, who really cares? Like, I already know the answer. It's like I'm not gonna go back and watch a matchup like that when this week was just like. Once the Patriots lose like that, like I could see if it was a close game, but the way they lost, like it just took a lot of my football watching energy out of my thing. I was like, I'm gonna check a couple scores this week on the Yahoo app. I'm gonna do this real quick because it was just it was tough. It's still tough.
Yeah, definitely. What's the name? The funny thing about that, so when I seen the score, I was like, oh man, I was like, wait, I was like, yeah. I was like, he wants Philly. I was like, let's go, Washington, let's go. And it was 10-10, and I was like, oh no.
That's when I skipped ahead. Oh, that's exactly when I skipped ahead. I was like, ooh, maybe they can come back now.
I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then it was 17-20, and I was like, okay, let's go, Washington, like still fourth quarter. And then it was like 27-17. I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, it's a wrap. Shall be a wrap.
Yeah,
but crazy thing about that,
that's how it happened.
So, yeah, you said it again, and I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah, you thought Minshew magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy part was, just like some of my games, Jalen Hurts came back.
Oh, so, okay. Hurts.
I was like, even better.
Hurts happening.
Kind of.
Hurts happy.
So Hurts did his thing.
Nice.
Literally did his thing. He ran for he has his own 2 touchdowns for rushing. So it's nice way to start the comeback. Like
that's what the league is turning into.
Yeah, let me keep my position, please. Like, don't give it to this Minshew magic. I was like, yeah, that's what's up for you, though.
There's a couple interesting ones because I don't want to go too long on the preview part. That I'll like just fire through. If you have anything to add, let me know, because like some of them really were boring. Like Buffalo win, that's boring. Like don't really need to. Cam is not back. He was back for one touchdown and then he left.
Yep, that was it.
Like Miami beating the Jets, like that was a close game, and I got lucky to win that. But like once again, it was in Miami, which I think helped, and plus like it's AFC East, who cares? Like just like NFC East, if it's AFC East and it's not Patriots, who cares? Once again, NFC East, who cares? For you, Dallas beat Giants. Like I was actually really mad about that one because I wrote down Denver really scribbly, and so when I saw Dallas one, I was like, oh nice, I have Dallas, and I was like, oh wait, damn. So that made me happy for a second. Then it made me mad, but I can't. I mean, Giants just suck this year, so that's not a surprise.
Yeah, they haven't been. They've been sucking quite some years.
Yeah, sorry, Des. That's his team. I'm like, I don't know why,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
yeah, that's his team. Niners. Your Niners crushed the Falcons. Like, not a surprise, honestly. I mean, they were holding up for a little tiny bit. It was kind of a game for like the first quarter and a half, but like, what can you do? Ryan got crushed, dude. Ryan was getting slapped around.
I mean, Ryan was experienced 24/7. What he already, I feel like, experienced.
Right, he's gonna wake up in a cold sweat thinking he's getting sacked, bro. I swear.
Ryan needs to do O. Ryan is like, I need to get out of here or something, like, because he had a fumble and then it was a wrap after that. Like that fumble, it was just like no coming back.
Yeah. I didn't watch the Minnesota Bears game. Anything interesting happen out of that? That
one. It was, I think Chicago had their chances, but Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kirk and
company.
Yeah, Kirk and company, but really, I'm going to be funny and say his second number 2 receiver, probably number 1 now, between Justin and Adam. Because I think Adam's on the COVID, or something like that, maybe injured. But Justin Jefferson is a great replacement, if you want to call it replacement. And yeah, they were still connecting, so they pull it out just enough. Like defense came through, just enough. And
it looks like Justin Fields was back for the game, which is good for him. I don't know how long he's been back for because I know he was out for a little while.
Yeah, I think this is the second game, but
okay, cool.
But he still was looking like I need to come back some more. Like it's between that and
Minnesota. He's still a rookie, right?
Am I mistaken?
I have no idea. To me, he's just so new that,
right?
And it also takes me
yes.
It takes me for me. If someone's a rookie for like the first 3 years in the league, I'm like, who? Huh? What? Like I only learned who Kyler Murray was last year, and it's like what, third, fourth year in the league or something.
Yeah, it's like I think I'm pretty sure working on third.
So it's like I never know. But
he is.
That's unfortunate. 9 points, but meh. Broncos Bengals was like an odd. It was just a bad game. Like that was one of the few like poor performing games that I watched. It just didn't seem like either team could really get it going. It was like, I mean, how many field goals were in that game? Like, I think 6 and 1 touchdown. Yeah, I want to say. So that was boring.
Yeah.
And I was really, I guess, Bengals are the kind of team that can put up 40, and the Broncos are the kind of team that can put up like 30 plus. So, like, I bet the over under on that game was like 45 or so at least. Let's see, over under was 43.5, but still to put up 25 total points.
Yeah, I had to put down that Bengals missing a field goal to at least possibly made it. I mean, not Bengals. Denver.
Broncos, yeah.
Yeah, to make it 13-15 at least towards the end. But also a fumble. So that fumble that gave up their chance to put another 3. So they could have won by like 1.
I was watching it on Red Zone and it was in the first time slot, and they just kept even saying during the day like, "Sorry, we're not showing this game. There's like nothing going on." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then it was like 3-0, 6-0, and then they lost. I was like, "All right, whatever."
It's one of those games.
Interesting game though that it turned out pretty good for you was the Green Bay Baltimore game. Like, who would have thought that would have been as close as it was?
Yeah.
We got to start that game from the back going forward, man. Like, what do you think about them going for 2?
Okay, so what was my process on that one?
So Baltimore just scored. There's like 30 seconds left on the clock, not even, and they could tie it with the extra point. But they go for 2 at home.
Yeah, once again, always. I'm like, especially after you've been fighting to stay in it. They were down 17-31.
Yep.
Worked our butts here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for that field goal.
I'm going for that field goal, man.
I'm going for the field goal.
Your quarterback is hot. Also, like, too, when they went for the 2, they went for, like, a passing play. Like, what the you're going for a passing play? He's got the legs, bro. Have you seen how fast that dude was?
Yeah, so...
He was Speedy Gonzalez out there, bro. He was running.
And I'm still trying to figure out like which one is the better, like because I've seen some great passing 2 points, and then I've seen just like go for runs. It's like it's kind of seem a little safer, easier, like because it's not much to work with when you're doing passing, and you
Yeah. Either
the
way,
pass.
go for the one.
Yeah, definitely, because I was like every time like we've been bringing up, I was like I just rather have my team lose in multiple multiple downs,
Mm-hmm.
from going from at least let's say they go for the 80 because they let's say we touch back and they start at the 20, right?
Yep.
So yeah, start at 20. If they scored the
25.
touchdown off the 25 now, right? So if they score the touchdown after, because like once if the receiving team scores touchdown, right, it's just game over, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Even
So
if they get it first, like they don't have to have both teams touch the ball as long as the first team scores a touchdown.
Scores first, right? So if they do that, so be it. At least I gave my team multiple chances to try to keep us in instead of one chance, 2 point.
Right.
Let's go for it. Like, no, I'm cool.
And those plays just don't like red zone plays where, especially a goal line play like that where you have, what do you start the 2 point conversion on, like the 2 yard line or something, like not even so, or like it's like right around there, it's like either the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah.
So like you've got 11 yards to work with or 12 yards to work with. Like those plays are just so hard to convert on, like because everyone like there's 22 guys right in the middle of that like 11 yards. So the only time I see those plays work, and even on those runs, is when they run like all the way to the pylon and then like cut in like very last second.
Yeah.
Like those plays are really hard to defend. But aside from that, dude, it's really hard to hit. So
I
don't know.
And but what's crazy? I saw an article the other day. So had they still wouldn't need to go for the 2 point, but the article writer he's like, this time I'm gonna get my clicks. He was like, he felt like they should have went for it like on an earlier time they scored a touchdown. And be great if they succeeded. Cool. So then when you get to this point, it's easy, just go for the field goal. Kind of deal. Like, and I was just like, but it is what it is. That's what is it? It's John, right? It's John, not Jim.
Yes, correct, John.
It's John. Yeah, John.
Yes.
Because Jim tried it, right, or no?
Jim he was the 49ers coach when they went to the Super Bowl against John.
Exactly, right. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure I'm not tripping.
It was really not too long. That like he went there with Kaepernick, and it was not too long after that I believe he went to the he went to college like a year or so after that.
Yeah, he went back to if I'm not mistaken, right back to Michigan. I was like, all right, have my fun at NFL.
Yeah, I didn't know what his history was before that.
So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know he's from Michigan. Like, I'm not saying who's coaching him, but I think he went right back. But yeah. So I would say, of course, I was just like, yes. I mean, we don't really need any more wins, but I was just like, I would love to have us in the best record we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just so it was like, we'll take that with no Lamar Jackson, all that. Like, good job for Tyler.
Another kind of boring one that I forgot about before was Houston beating Jaguars. It's like two bad teams that won. It's
exactly.
Like I was happy that my bad team won and not the other bad team.
Right.
I think thank God that freaking Meyer got fired in the middle of the week. Remember talking smack about him last week? And then he gets fired like a day after.
Exactly.
That felt like one of those Apex Note kind of things where we talk about something and then boom, it just happens.
Right, and then boom, it happens.
Yeah, but I think everyone's been talking about that, so that's not a big one. I think there's only one or two more interesting ones. One being the Big Ben's got some fight left in him. I can't believe it, man. Big Ben's got some fight left in him.
Yeah.
After seeing him get beat up the week before, that was my main kind of logic as to why I just think the Tennessee pretty physical team is going to come in and put it to him.
Like, why am I passing over?
But yeah, Tennessee just couldn't come through again. Just not a winning enough team.
They got lucky though, Pitts for sure, because Hayden came in for like we just talked about the last play where the refs was being crazy. Man's put that ball past the yard, the 10 yards to give him the first down after the man got sacked. And it was like, bro, my man's was like at least minimum 2 yards before the marker to get a reset of the first down, because it was like on like 3 and it was on third down basically, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been fourth down. Not even. Yeah, I think it was on third down. And I'm like, no, y'all are cheating. I'm not sorry, not third down. It was on fourth down. I'm like, y'all are finna really cheat the Pittsburgh Steelers. and they had to hit that replay. Like, no, let's look at it again from all different angles. And it was like Hayden stopped him from no forward progress, no nothing. Like, man, stopped him in his tracks. I was like, game over. Like, yes.
That was
Because
one
had
of
he got the
those I
first
did not
down,
see, unfortunately.
had he got the first down, then they could have still had a chance to go for the win, like get a touchdown, just kick the field goal. So I was like, I gotta give that man his props if he ever was to see this. And I shot at the Hayden.
Yeah, that was I think during the second game slot, and I just didn't watch all those games. And I went back and I saw some of it, and it just kind of slipped through my radar. But I just saw that they lost, and I was like, one of those weeks where I'm not going to go back and watch my losing bet, how I lost my bet, basically.
Right.
And
then that last one.
Ooh, that last one, man. How in the hell? The Arizona Cardinals lose.
You should have seen me. I was clicking so fast. I was like, Kyler couldn't play, right? Kyler, there's no way, right? No, there's no way. Like, I expect this from golf. Like, golf is not the problem. It's a whole team effort, like offense and defense. Like, golf can score. So I was like, what's going on here on Arizona's side? And Kyler was there, and it's just Detroit defense just came through.
That's like, the thing too. Like you don't have to. What did they win by? They won by they put up 30 points, but even then they only needed 13. So like you don't need the offense to show up like that good to pull off one of those crazy upset wins. This has to be of all the crazy upset wins we've had this year. It's either this or the Jaguars beating the Bills. I don't know which one's crazier, but like these are the top two. Like I thought of it. Here's the first thing I thought of was I'm glad we're doing this because if not, I would have lost some money on that game for sure, bro. There's no way.
For sure.
That's I bet a lot of people lost some cash on that one.
That one, Tampa.
Yep.
Those are the two ones. I was like, bro, how much money got lost today?
All right, so we are back to no bye weeks again for the rest of the season. So that means another 8 games, 8 and 8, right? 8 each. I think I pick first this week, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're gonna pick first, yeah.
Oh my god, bro! I can't like not go with my convictions and go with my same, but I gotta go with the more favorite of the two for sure, and give me my Brady. Yeah, man, I'll take Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks over the Carolina Panthers because, like we said, Newton ain't back. Brady ain't gonna lose twice in division like that. So after that, they're gonna be fired up. So I gotta go with Brady for my pick one.
Okay, my pick one. I'm gonna go with my Green Bay over Cleveland. I think Baker might be able to make it back, but either way, I still have my faith in my Green Bay.
I don't blame you, bro. And I was going with this well before last week. So the Patriots are only a 2.5 point favorite against the Buffalo Bills, but I think that is if we were doing the spread, I would be taking the Patriots even as an underdog because I think that they are going to throw the ball a little bit against the Bills and show them what they're really made of. So let me get some New England action against Buffalo, who got their one little win. They got their little win last week, and now they're about to get faced right back to reality.
Right. All right. I'm gonna go with the Rams over Minnesota. Von Miller finally got a sack, and Aaron Donald was getting multiple sacks.
I saw that.
So, as long as they can stay high, at least, keep some pressure. Jalen was looking, didn't have a bad week, like I said, so he can lock up Justin Jefferson.
Cup had I feel like over 100 yards from big plays, so it's just hard to stop him.
Yeah, so and that's because I was putting Cup on I was putting Cup on Vikings. I was feeling like, we could lock him up too. I'm like, no, he's on my team. But so this is we got that on offense. So
Vikings are only a 3 point underdog, which is kind of surprising. I mean, it is in Minnesota, but still, I would also pick LA pretty comfortably as well.
And hopefully, just add a little bit more to it. Just if Sony can come through with just some decent yards again, then that'd be cool too. Just help.
Speaking of picking LA pretty comfortably, give me the other LA team because I need a damn win, bro. After going down 2 games, I think I'm down a game and a half now. I was up a half a game,
something like that.
Yeah, I'm down a game and a half.
2, maybe
because I was up half a game and I lost 2. You won 2 more, so you definitely gained some footing, and I gotta make that back by
Yeah,
taking
I'll
some
tell you the record
easy
after
wins.
this. So you know
Easy
for sure.
wins. Give me
Right,
that
exactly.
easy
That's why I told you this week.
Chargers win.
Yeah, the Chargers over Houston.
I mean, Patriots are only 2.5-point favorite, but I still feel like that's a pretty safe bet. Regardless, I hope at
All
least
right, who's my
I
next
need them. I cannot have another game like that for my soul.
I'm gonna go with the Dallas over Washington. Those boys are looking hot. Again, looking like they're doing fine, so that should be no problems. Like once again, I think if I'm not mistaken, Washington was the other team that kind of got hit with the COVID shenanigans this week. So
heard.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? I'm not gonna pick that disgusting division. That's terrible. I am going to. I'm going with something. You know what? We'll go a little more fun. Give me the. Okay, give me the Saints over the Dolphins, Monday Night Football.
Saints over the Dolphins.
I was pretty impressed with that win. It just especially like to just the way that Taysom was playing. Like seems like maybe he finally got his footing. They got Amari back. They got that guy Callaway who was making those deep plays. So all right, I'll see what New Orleans can do.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I would choose him, but I feel like at the end of the day you can't go too wrong because Tula is kind of doing good. Like, because I think Miami is on the come up, or they were.
No, they won like 7 in a row, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So
yeah, they definitely.
They have a good receiver named something Waddle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I just wanted to go with something a little more fun.
Yeah, definitely for that. And I would say, I guess, I mean, I don't know if you want to consider that too much fun. Do I want to go Raiders over Bronco? They do have Melvin. They do. The car, can they pull it out? I'll take the Raiders.
That is a spicy pick. I'll give you that because that's a pick 'em. That's straight up even Stevens.
Yeah, I'll take the Raiders. Let's go Las Vegas.
Wow, putting me on the spot there, huh? Putting me on the spot. Woo! Okay, you know what? I got a team that's not too big of a favorite. I think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to bounce back versus the Detroit Lions. They are only a 1-point favorite against the Indianapolis Colts, who I think that's like an under. I think that they should be a bigger favorite. I think they should be like a 4 or 5-point favorite because I think the Colts, they have to travel to Arizona, and that they had their big week against New England. I don't know if they're gonna have another week like that. So let's take and I don't think the Arizona Cardinals are gonna have another week like that either. So give me AZ.
Okay. I'll kind of meet you there. Because I think that's a little spicy, a little kind of too decent. Not too decent for sure. Two of the better teams. So I'm gonna give Baltimore another chance over.
That's definitely got some spice.
Over Bengals.
I mean, they put up I can see why too, because when you see them play your team hard, it's like, all right, they did that good against Green Bay. Let's see what they can do against the Bengals.
Exactly, and it should be no problems. Like, yeah,
no, I totally feel that.
And then even because that's without Lamar. So if Lamar can't come back, I didn't check if it was a actual injury or if he was maybe even the COVID thing. Because like I said, like so many people they had 1 or 2 players COVID, the stupid COVID protocol thing, and
yeah.
Oh, that kind of stuff just out of nowhere.
I got a weird one. I think this might be the very first time I've seen the New York Jets as a favorite all year. So despite their opposing team getting no, don't write them down. I was saying the opposite. I'm saying since despite the Jaguars losing their coach, I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars because I don't trust the New York Jets to win as a favorite. I've seen them win as an underdog, but I don't trust them to win as a favorite.
Okay.
So I think they're going to see Jacksonville coming up. They're going to take we can win this game. They're not going to bring their A game, and Jacksonville's going to come through with something to prove.
Okay. I'll just take this to get this off the board. Atlanta better not lose to no dang Detroit Lions. Please. Like, Jared, I feel for you, my boy. you were on my Rams, but
Right.
I know I just
And hey, they made some
I just need to
plays,
keep
bro. They
losing.
made some plays against AZ. Like we mentioned before, they won by 30, not just like 2. I'm sorry, they won with 30 points up there, not just like 15. Like they put up some
Yeah.
numbers. They put up some numbers. All right, I can see that. I'm trying to like look for something a little more fun. I think we just kind of got like we each got 6, right?
Let me see.
Yeah, I think
1,
so.
2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5. Yep.
Let's
Yep.
see. I'm gonna find. I know there's gonna be one more fun one because there's 2 left that are not really that fun. I
We got
will.
San Francisco, Tennessee.
Oh, you know what? That's gonna be the one that I take. I'll pick between that because the other 2 are pretty big favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, give me the 9. I can't betting against the Niners right now. Like, I hate taking the favorite, but like, it just seems like a really bad idea to bet against the Niners. Like, they're
Right.
playing really well. Garoppolo's playing really well. He's kind of like turning out to be that quarterback that I didn't really think he'd be able to end up being. The offense is running hot. Like you mentioned before, you can't stop Debo. So let's just go. Let's go. Like, and
Yep.
the Titans have been losing to teams like the Jets. So I'm good with betting on Tennessee. Just lost to
Right.
Pittsburgh. I'm good.
Yeah, Debo and Kittle can carry the 49ers right now. So that's that.
Actually, we should have 3 games left, right?
Yeah, it will be 3. So
I know we have.
Did you take that one? No, because I'm pretty sure you got.
We have New York Giants at Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one.
Okay.
So I'll do Philly over New York.
All right. See, I didn't want to bet those dirty NFC East games.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take it off your hands.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's even worse than what I have to do, honestly, because I have to take KC because it's like, why wouldn't I? I mean, I guess I could. Wait, did Seattle? We didn't. Okay.
No,
yeah.
That was the 2.
Yeah. I'll take Seattle. I'll take Seattle. Yeah. Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Seattle played hard. I just don't like taking. I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm rooting for Patrick Mahomes. Okay, let me put it that way. Like,
Okay.
I'm not. It's not that I dislike Mahomes. It's just that I feel like was anointed like the next GOAT. Like after throwing 1 no-look pass and winning 1 Super Bowl, and I'm like, let's all slow down considerably here. I think that Wilson's great. They got everything going. They're not overrated at the moment, so I'm happy to take Seattle. If you told me this like maybe a few years ago, I would not be. I would probably have felt the same way about Seattle. But right now, they're like not hot enough that I'm cool with that, and I feel like those are both pretty safe picks.
Yeah, and of course I'm gonna take KC.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I would love to take Pitts, but it's like, sorry, Ben. Like, I can't bet against the young man.
Hey, so. Now this is even more proof because now I would love to see it. Like, because if I took KC, I would hate to see it. Now I would love to see it. Triple AFC standings too, because KC's in the lead right now.
Yeah.
So I would triple love to see that happen.
All right.
And Big Ben's on his farewell tour right now, so he's giving the work to everybody.
He is doing whatever he can.
Yeah.
He, I think he broke some kind of record again just last game, so it was like nice. Get as many more records you can. In these
honestly,
it
seems like Pittsburgh defense is stepping up too because they've been winning these games like by keeping their opponents under like 20 points. So if they can do that,
that's really where Pittsburgh's been falling off. Like offense sometimes, but defense for sure is like you're not looking Steel Curtain. This is not looking like Steelers County. So those fans are like, please, let's go back to old times.
All right. Well, so what are we standing at right now? What's the record? What's the score?
So record for yours is 24 wins, 15 losses, and 0 ties. And for me, it's 25 wins, 13 losses, and 1 tie.
All right. Cool. So you are 1.5 game ahead, but overall, still doing pretty good. I suspect this time next, like 5-6 episodes into next season, it's going to be inverse. We're going to be like 15-24-0. It's going to be 13-25-1 because going against the spread is hard. But
oh yeah, definitely.
But just picking these, I feel like this was a pretty easy week, honestly. So hopefully we can both rack up 5, 6, 7 wins, 8 wins, go 8-0.
Yeah. Hopefully this would be one of those comments because
that was a tough one last week. That was a tough one.
Yeah. It was tough last night, and I was hoping I had once again I don't remember when the COVID news came out, but had I known that, then I wouldn't have chose Cleveland.
And AZ was just a fluke, so you definitely could have gone.
And then AZ was a fluke, exactly.
Yeah,
so that that was just So
I know what you were getting.
Once again, it's like once again I could have had a perfect record, but life is life.
All right,
just got to roll with the punches, but.
Yes, sir. Anything else closing off, man? Until next time.
Man. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Enjoy what we're doing. Hit us with a like, and if you really enjoy the content, hit us with subscribe
and share that, man. Just send it to somebody else. That's the big one, I think.
That too.
Send it to a friend.
Yes, really, those are the big three, really, because they all help in helping. Liking, subscribing, helping with discoverability through the actual YouTube, and then just actually showing us other places helps also too. And then the last thing I want to say was comment down what you think our record's gonna be for next week. What based on the teams we chose, what do y'all think our record's gonna look? Am I gonna go 6-2 again? Am I gonna go 4-4 this time? We shall see.
Yeah, you guys disagree with any of these picks, you let us know, because I know everyone's got their opinions too.
Definitely. So yeah, we definitely.
Because I don't want to hear who agrees with me. I just want to hear who disagrees with me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's always more fun.
I'm all about that. Yeah, definitely. I'm all about that. So
all right,
hope to see that in the comment section, all that.
All right, appreciate it. Let's get that rolling. All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
Until next time.
Yep.
Amen.
Yep. That's y'all.